Good morning, good morning, good morning to you out there. This is the AM Club live on MX24 and my name is Edma Ohima Lawe.
Good morning, my name is Godwin Namboh. Welcome to the AM Club, coming to you live from the Silicon Square here in East Legon. It's Friday the 22nd of October. Thank God another week has come to an end.
Yes,
oh boy,
thank God
my
it's
goodness.
Friday. Thank God it's Friday and it's the end of the week and I am so eager to serve you with loads of fun, fearless and factual content. And for the next 2 hours, we'll be keeping you entertained, inspired and of course informed.
Are you sure you're eager?
I am eager.
Are you sure you're eager?
I am
This is
eager.
your eager voice.
I am
Oh
eager.
my goodness, ma'am, this lady needs a vacation.
I do.
Don't you?
I do.
You need like what, 1 week?
Yeah, I'm actually going away this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm going away this weekend. But it's more to
And
do
we've been
some
doing this
charitable
together.
work.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're going to work? You're not going to
Yeah, I'm going to work, but I'm going to relax as well. Exactly.
Take me along there.
No problem. You can join.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to the AM Club. Of course, if you're just joining us, we just started, and our first segment always is called Coffee Daily, proudly sponsored by A Silly Coffee. And in Coffee Daily, we recap the top trending stories in the last 24 hours.
And of course, the big conversation comes up next with Lifestyle Daily, where we take a look at issues affecting your everyday living. And we have a question for you today. Who pays the bill in a relationship? What? Who pays the bill in a relationship? I think it should be 50-50. I mean, spoil me, I spoil you kind of thing.
50-50.
Yeah, it should definitely be 50-50.
Well, it's rather unfortunate if you're dating someone who was raised in a home where he or she is typically traditional.
Which is?
Traditional as in, you know, a man is raised to take care of
The
a
home.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're dating someone like that, it probably will be different because he would like to handle everything.
Which is fine, but then I would also want to contribute in my own little ways. Yeah.
Well, but because of the way the world is going now, I'm sure the gentlemen are now asking questions. Well, since we're asking for equity, let's come with clean hands. Are you ready to take on some of the responsibilities?
Absolutely. I mean, from where I come from, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll leave it within the confines of this continent, and we'll get into that discussion later. But our hashtag today is Foodie Friday. We'll be making honey garlic chicken with Chef Perpetual. I can't wait.
I can't
honey
wait
garlic
too.
chicken. Okay.
Wow. Okay. But remember, this is the AM Club where you are a major part of the show. So do join us on live via YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. We are streaming live at MX24GH, or you can just tweet at us with the hashtag DAMClub at MX24GH, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at MX24GH.
Indeed. And if you want to reach us via WhatsApp, the number is 055-033-1511. 055-033-1511. Send us your comments, voice notes, video reactions to all the stories we cover here on the show.
And it's now time for hashtag My Daily Dose of Vim. Tell us what keeps you inspired. Make a short video of yourself sharing your daily dose of Vim and send it to us via our number on WhatsApp at 0550-331-511, and we will air it right here on the AM Club. But meanwhile, Richie from Osu shared Don't You Worry Child by Switch's House Mafia, featuring John Martin as his daily dose of Vim, and it's a perfect song for a Friday. Don't you worry, child. Do you know that song?
Nope.
Oh my God, don't you worry, child.
I only know local songs.
Having got a plan for you, something like that. Oh, well, let's watch.
Sist nås vi av nyheten att det svenska succébandet Swedish House Mafia lägger ned. Medlemmarna som arbetat tillsammans sedan 2005.
There was a time I used to look into my phone.
ladies and gentlemen. This is still the AM Club live on MX24, where we are home to fun, fearless, and of course, factual content. It's now time for Coffee Daily, where we recap the biggest trending stories in the last 24 hours. And of course, Coffee Daily is proudly brought to you by Acidic Coffee. Their coffee comes in innovative coffee bags that makes it easier to whip up that morning coffee at work or at home. Acidic Coffee, made for every African. But let me also remind you that the Cross It Out campaign is still ongoing. MX24, in partnership with Lister Hospital, Medifem Hospital, Focus Orthopedic Hospital, and Holy Trinity Medical Center, is offering you free breast screening. Walk into any of these hospitals to get your breast screened for free, and you also stand a chance to win amazing prizes. But it's now time for us to move on to Coffee Daily with the trending stories. Godwin, what's our first story today?
Edma, you got me checking my breast to see.
Oh yeah, let me actually read a message. Somebody requested me to read a message. So the person said, Lawe, not even Edma or Hima. Lawe, you're looking much prettier today. I really enjoy watching the AM Club. Keep it up. I'm Edward from Kwadasu Kumasi. Well, Edward, there you have it.
Edward,
he wanted me to read your message. So thank you very much as well for the compliment.
You hear me? Edward, for us, I'm so Don't mind me, Edward. Anyways, let's get straight into the trending stories. And in the first one, President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo says he does not feel pressured by the discussions about the proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill currently before Parliament. Speaking on an Accra-based PISA firm as part of his working visit to the Greater Accra region, President Akufo-Addo was optimistic that Parliament's Committee for Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs that is currently studying the bill will be able to do justice to it in accordance with the Constitution. He added that if the issue is handled properly, it will be a credit to Ghana's democracy. And I am not surprised at all, because this is not the first time President Akufo-Addo is stating his stance on this particular topic. He hasn't taken a stand yet, but he keeps saying that, you know, everybody should have the freedom to, you know, whatever they believe in. And, well, but as the conversation progresses, he's sure this LGBTQ thing might, you know, might become prevalent in Africa.
Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, still on local story, Ghana's capital city, Accra, is the second most expensive city in the world in terms of the property price to income ratio. This is according to a survey by Namboh, a crowdsourced global database of reported consumer prices, perceived crime-related surveys, quality of healthcare, and other statistics. The concept of price-to-income ratio is used to measure the affordability of homes in certain areas. Accra is ahead of Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Moscow, Paris, and as well as many other world-class cities. And we have a statement right here for you.
Hey, Namboh, what are you people saying? You know, when I saw this thing, I was very, very surprised. Like, Accra is top. Now look at the statistics. So price to income ratio, like you said, currently Accra has the highest. You know, among these cities named here, you have Accra, you have New York, Prague, Sydney, London, Berlin, Beijing, Delhi, Rio de Janeiro.
So and it's Accra, Beijing, and then Rio de
Janeiro? Oh, you mean the top? The top,
so the top three.
In this category, yes.
This category.
It's Accra, Beijing, which is China. And then Rio de Janeiro,
Brazil.
which is, Brazil. And that is disturbing.
And it's ahead of London, it's ahead of New York. What?
No, I mean, it's understandable if it's ahead of London because, you know, I mean, the Western world.
Obviously, the property and income ratio. That's
you know,
how
so it's understandable. But Accra second in the world. I am not sure they added a lot of countries.
So basically what they look at is that they look at your income as citizen and the price on properties, and if the ratios between them and the differences between them. And of course, if you look at the amount of money a normal or average Ghanaian citizen earns per month, and you look at the amount our properties are going for, I mean, there's a huge gap.
Of course, and our GDP shows it. And it's not surprising because you have Nigerians telling us that it's really very difficult living in Accra. And that it's cheaper to live in Nigeria.
I've heard that statement a lot of
Nigeria
times.
than it is in Accra. But well, let's look at the cities in top 20 here. The first city is Damascus, Syria, and it's understandable. Syria is a war-torn country, so it's understandable that they will live. But followed by Accra, that is
Accra, Ghana.
serious. And we think, and then there's Tehran, which is Iran, and then there's Hong Kong, Shenzhen, China, Beijing, China, Manila, Philippines, Shanghai, China, Mumbai, India. Even India is at number 9. That's interesting. Yeah. Colombo, Sri Lanka. Then you have Buenos Aires in Argentina. Then you have Cambodia, Taipei in Taiwan, Guangzhou in China again, Seoul in South Korea, Hangzhou in China, Macau, and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, Bangkok, Thailand, Algiers in Algeria. Oh my goodness. And so there's no African city apart from Accra. Okay, well, there's Algeria.
Yeah. I mean, this is something not to be proud of. This is something that tells you that really there's a huge gap when it comes to our properties and the way we price our properties here. And the income as well of our citizens. There's nothing to be proud of. It's actually quite scary.
It's disturbing.
Yeah, very disturbing.
Anyways, let's move on. An Accra Sec Youth Court has remanded dancehall musician Shatta Wale for 1 week in police custody. The controversial artist pleaded not guilty to the charge of publication of false news. And let's check out the statement from the police service. And as we understand, well, it says on their official Twitter page that a court in Accra has today, this was Thursday, which was yesterday, 21st October 2021, remanded Charles Lee Amamensa, popularly referred to as Shatta Wale, and 3 others into prison custody for a week. They were remanded following a request by the police for their continued detention due to ongoing investigations on their alleged involvement in the publication of false information with the intention to cause fear and panic. Impartial investigations into the matter shall continue, but the latest update on this matter is that he's been sent to Anchorful in the Central Region what's the word? What's the English word? To say his 1 week imprisonment.
He's been remanded.
Remanded for 1 week. But for no, I don't pay the meaning also. But anyway, but meanwhile, Medical spent the night in police custody as well yesterday after he was picked up by personnel of the Accra Regional Police Command for allegedly brandishing a gun in a video on social media. He was denied police inquiry bail and moved from the Accra Regional Police Headquarters, where he was earlier detained. Sources say Medical will be put before court today.
Yeah. He's also been moved to an unknown station.
Okay.
So I don't know why, maybe because of fear of fans going there or what.
Why do I see Davido in this picture? Anyway, it says Shatta Wale and Medical at Saturday Entertainment in prison.
And it's so funny because just earlier before that, he was in court supporting Shatta Wale. So I'm not understanding what is happening here.
So that's a video of Davido. So that's Shatta Wale.
Zlatan is Shatta Wale, and I guess Davido is Medical. Hey.
Aji. Yo,
let's find some humor in this situation. I mean, there's nothing to laugh about, but let's just find some humor in this situation.
Interesting, but like someone would say, the system is working. Now the system in the Ghana Police Service
I saw a tweet yesterday on Twitter, and somebody was like, right now, dear, if you say PIM, that's it, they'll go arrest you.
No, I mean, the laws must work.
Absolutely.
And Roland Walker, of course, journalist, says, Medical subsequently denied police inquiry bail. Okay. Nana Fapimso says, how Akumsin pulled gun and even gave a warning shot. But Ghana police no see that one, but J.I. It be God will go punish you all and you will never know peace for being prejudiced. You the arrest Shatta Wale and Medical.
I mean, I guess I agree.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Just to keep my job. As Shatta Dede says, I thought Medical was only invited. Why the arrest? This IGP, the Assemblable. And his name is Frimpong. Medical's name is Frimpong. Someone said that.
Yes.
Frimpong, the Assemblaba.
Yeah.
I know one day I will wake up to hear Shatta Wale and Medical are free men. I believe so. But why are we making it such a big deal?
Exactly.
It's 1 weekend.
I know.
Medical has not even been sentenced. So what is the... Sometimes. Anyway, that Parkway C_Junior says, Ghana police and the IGP, they work for hype. No, I disagree. Why would you arrest Shatta Wale and leave a member of parliament snatched ballot papers on live TV? That I agree. Why arrest Medical and leave Hawa Kumsin, who pulled up a gun and fired at a crowd? Ghana police are in a pocket of politicians. This I disagree. Okay, but it's my opinion anyways. Let's move on.
Anyways, let's move on to some international and tech stories. Former United States President Donald Trump will launch his own social media app, Truth Social. In a written statement, Trump noted that the app would stand up against big tech companies such as Twitter and Facebook that have banned him from their platforms. Truth Social will be created through a new company formed by a merger of the Trump Media and Technology Group of a special acquisition company. Here is a snippet of what is to be expected of the app.
Have it. Edma was, you know, but
no, I was
I'll
just saying that,
listen,
you cannot create an app to go against Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook because they've banned you from their platforms. Do you know the reason why? Because of the attack on the Capitol and the statement that he made during the attack on the Capitol. They felt like it was misinformation. They felt like it was promoting violence, and it was promoting people to go to the Capitol and create a riot. So at the end of the day, they had a good reason to ban him from their platforms. But you want to create a revenge app to go against them. And if you read his statement, that's basically what it's saying, that I'm creating this app just to go against Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for banning me from their platforms.
Can I give my 2 cents about this particular topic?
I am listening.
Banning him, I understand with the Capitol issue, but Donald Trump, it wasn't the first time they were treating Donald Trump that way. He's been complaining about him not being allowed to voice out free speech, and Donald Trump is not the only person who has complained. Number one, like I said, I love the idea of his new social media app. I'm a Trump fan.
So what's the idea?
Wait. I love the idea about a new app because I want that monopoly from Facebook and Twitter to end. I feel like other people should step up and create. We saw what happened when Twitter...
There are so many other apps.
Hold on, please. We saw what happened. There were so many apps, but when Facebook and what's the name? WhatsApp and Instagram went down.
Owned by one company.
Yes, but there are so many apps, so why didn't we jump onto other apps? Anyway, so I like the idea of him creating another app. The competition must be there. The only challenge I have is that it's based on vengeance. You know, I don't like the whole vengeance idea. It shouldn't be about vengeance. He's a smart businessman. You know, Trump is an excellent businessman.
Of course.
Successful one.
I actually used to like him because of that.
So if he's creating something because he's a businessman and he wants to create competition, I love that. But I don't think it should be founded on vengeance because you were taking off an app. So basically, that's my 2 cents. Anyways, let's check out what social media has been saying. Former President Donald Trump wrote, "We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter." Very true. Yet, your favorite American president...
Not true. Not true.
This is why I love Trump. Your favorite American president has been silenced. This is unacceptable. I'm excited to send out my first truth on Truth Social very soon. TMTG, I think it's Trump Media Tech Group, was founded with a mission to give a voice to all. So this is the mission or the vision, to give a voice to all. I'm excited to soon begin sharing my thoughts on Truth Social and to fight back against big tech.
You see,
love this.
So wait, hold on. So I'm trying to grasp the concept of the social media app. So basically, everybody can go there and put in any information or air out the information. But you know what that is going to create? Especially if there's like a huge number of people on the app, you know what that's going to create? A lot of misinformation and information based on
Twitter.
Personal beliefs.
Do you know there's still misinformation on Twitter and YouTube and the rest?
But
because Twitter and YouTube side, because YouTube and Twitter side with those informations, they don't say anything about it. So there's misinformation everywhere, my dear.
A lot of
there is misinformation everywhere. So
on that
I'm sorry, Edma, I would not agree with you on this one. Oh, I'm already signing up to it. I would not agree with you as well. Atheist Forum says that I had a strong hunch Trump would do this after he got banned from social media platforms. I agree.
So predictable.
I agree. I laughed so hard I peed myself when he just announced he was launching a new social media platform and phone app named Truth in early 2022 to compete with them tech giants. I mean, I agree with this. Liz Will says, Trump announced his new social media app last night. Truth Social went public via Digital World acquisition. Since the new social media app was announced, DWAC stock has, I don't know, surged more than 50% pre-market. Interesting. Reached $15 a share. That's from $9 last night and continues to climb. I tell you, Trump he knows what he's doing. This guy. The Epoch Times says, I created Truth Social and TMTG to stand up to the tyranny of big tech. Thank you, Trump said. Former President Donald Trump unveiled the upcoming launch of his own social media platform. A nationwide debut of the app is expected in the first quarter of 2022. Jim Lawrence says, Trump's free speech app called Truth Social's terms forbid users from saying anything to disparage, tarnish, or otherwise harm, in our opinion, us and or the site. At last, free speech has been restored to the internet. And there you have it. Done, done, done. Edma?
Okay, so it's now time for us to move on to sports, and Selwyn Saki is on standby with that. Stay with us.
And another great Friday to take you into my world of sports and give you all the updates all over the world, and always in great company with the best duo. My people, Godwin and Edma. Godwin,
hi.
I'm looking tired.
You know what I was doing? I was taking a selfie with the tablet.
It's necessary, Edma. Godwin, are you ready for this weekend?
Sending it to a fan.
Manchester United versus
Liverpool.
Are you ready?
We should have won our jerseys today.
Yeah, but I know one of those things. But Edma, you know the Edma is looking at you right now. She's like,
I'm ready. No, I'm ready.
Someone said on Twitter yesterday, and I totally agree that maybe we should have mercy on Manchester United in this game because Ole's career is at stake. Okay, his career is at stake. If we score, you people, the man is going on. So,
but if
so
the man is going, he's going because he's not performing. The way you're saying the man is going,
not performing. You guys were
no, but the way you're saying, the way you're saying the man is going, like
and
let him go.
And we are back. And I was sitting.
Were we not,
cameraman? Were we not in the studio?
No, but I'm just saying. But what did we say? We also said that if a coach is not performing and he needs to be booted out.
yes. It has to be.
It is what it is. I mean, this is not going to be the first time. It's not going to be the first time. Come on.
Anyway, guys, we are going to have Manchester United playing against Liverpool this weekend, and you know, Godwin is a Liverpool fan. We are going to kill him. But then, to more other stories which will be coming up this weekend, we had CAF President Patrice Motsepe coming to Ghana, and also for other programs, and also to meet with the GFA President to discuss more issues with the African football. He also went further on to speak on things that's happening in African football. And CAF President Motsepe yesterday joined scores of Liverpool administrators and also speaking to a lot of the people in the team. Now let's go on and say that as we look at it, see that Hearts of Oak are playing against Wydad Casablanca next weekend, and it's also going to be something that will be happening in the CAF Champions League. More football will be happening this weekend, especially in Africa, but we are moving on to Hearts of Oak as they will be playing against Moroccan giants Wydad Athletic in the first of a two-legged affair in the CAF Champions League on Sunday. Samuel Boedu's side overcame Guinean champion CL Kamsat 2-0, and also at the Accra Sports Stadium to booking a meeting with Wydad. The Moroccans are top of their league table after 4 wins and a draw in their opening 5 games. Wydad have conceded only 2 goals and kept 4 clean sheets in their 5 league games so far this season. Now we're going to be doing some EPL preview with our people, and now we have good journalists in our favor here at Aarons. Here will also be joining us Jake Mertag, and as well Omar Akatugba also will be giving us all the EPL preview. Guys, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Fantastic to have you here. Now, we have some great fixtures coming up this weekend, and first of all, we want to look at some African football, and I'll start with you, Ed. Patrice Motsepe is in Ghana at the moment, and he's been speaking about the biennial World Cup that has been proposed by Arsene Wenger. And we were talking about the fact that it's going to make the players a bit more tired and not fit for their season. But he said that the proposal has suggestions which shows that the players are going to be playing less football. What do you have to say about this, Ed? Now, Ed, can you hear me, Ed? What about Jake? Jake?
I think it's the type of thing where I don't believe that World Cup should be kind of every 2 years. I think every 4 years. It keeps the prestige of the competition. You obviously have in Europe we have the Euros as well. 2 years every 4 years, so the following 2 years. So I think it should be something that doesn't take place every 2 years. It's one of the things we should stick to the history of it, the competition, and stick to that prestige.
Okay, moving on to say that you don't actually agree with the fact that they are proposing a 2-year World Cup?
No, I don't agree with it personally. I think every 4 years is plenty. We've got the other competitions in Europe as well, and I don't think it's really fair on the players to be playing every summer as well. I think it's too grueling on their bodies. Especially once you take into account all of the club competitions they're playing as well, like the Champions League, Europa League, and stuff like that, which can obviously run almost into the summer themselves.
Right, so let's move on to this weekend and great actions. We'll start from tonight briefly. Arsenal is playing against Aston Villa. Do you feel Arsenal will hold a chance in beating Villa in this game?
I think so, yeah. I think it's been a bit of an indifferent start to the season for Arsenal. Obviously, they started off really slowly, losing against my team, Brentford, and then losing quite. They went down without a whimper against Chelsea as well. But they've kind of recovered from that. Although the performance last time out against I think Crystal Palace wasn't great. Although they'll be boosted by the last-minute equaliser, so they're going to tonight's game on the front foot.
We're going on to the big game of the weekend, which is on Sunday. Manchester United versus Liverpool. History already speaks a lot about these two teams anytime they meet, but they also had similar results in the week in the Champions League. Manchester United coming back to win 3-2, but Liverpool also quite a similar and a different story with that also winning the same scoreline 3-2. But they're meeting at Old Trafford with the forms coming in. I mean, at the moment, Liverpool are doing better than Manchester United, but with this game, you don't have to look up forms. I mean, the history speaks enough, and any of the teams could turn up on the day, especially it being at Old Trafford. United could have the upper hand. Do you think so?
I think it's a huge game. I wouldn't necessarily say United have the upper hand. I think if you look at what happened in midweek, it was a great comeback from United. However, they should never really been in that position, to be 2-0 down. It shouldn't have really happened, but the way they came back, the character they showed, they'll obviously give them a lot of confidence going into Sunday's game. However, Liverpool's win was obviously really, really impressive. They've had a flying start to the season, and you'd have to have them as favourites for this one.
Right, Godwin, let me bring you in here. Your team, Liverpool, what do you expect? You want to ask Jake what he's going to propose for your team to show up against Manchester United?
Oh, I mean, Jake, we all know what solid team we have. Liverpool has this.
With Salah's form at the moment.
Exactly, and our coach claiming that he's likely to be the world best after Messi and Ronaldo. So, Jake, do you see Liverpool winning this game against Manchester United?
I do, yeah. I think Manchester United are so frail defensively, and Liverpool pose such a threat going forward that I just don't. I don't see how they're going to keep the likes of Salah out. So I'd have to say they are favourites. But that being said, there is obviously the history and the rivalry between the sides, and if the crowd get behind United and they get an early goal, you never know. But you'd have to say Liverpool are kind of favourites for this one.
There we go. There we go.
Right on that note, Ed, are you on?
Hi there, can you hear me?
Great, Ed. We're speaking about Liverpool at the moment, so let's just switch into Mohamed Salah. I mean, you know a lot about African footballers in the Premier League. What can you tell us about Salah's progress at the moment? Are we going to see him even move up to higher heights? Because since he came to Liverpool, he keeps on season after season breaking records and records. Are we going to see Salah as probably a cult hero at Liverpool?
Well, I think he's already assured of that, yeah. And this weekend it could be a massive record for him. Perhaps the biggest one that he's got since he's got to Liverpool, which would be to break Didier Drogba's African goal scoring record. They're both tied on 104 goals at the moment, and I'm sure that he would love to break that record against Man United on Sunday at Old Trafford. But yeah, as Jake said, it's going to be an interesting game. They're never easy to predict. These. It was probably the biggest game in English club football, really, and you never know which way it's going to go. But Salah certainly is a player for the big occasion, and he's going to be targeting that record, I think, and continuing his amazing start to the season.
To move on, before we go to our other game, which is the El Clasico, I want to stay with you, Ed. Patrice Motsepe is in town. He's in Ghana at the moment, and we were asking him about the proposals FIFA has been making to CAF and probably the Super League and also the Biennial World Cup. Ed, can I take your thoughts on first of all, the Biennial World Cup, and then maybe we go to also other issues in Africa that Motsepe has been speaking about?
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, I'm as Jake said, I'm not a big fan either. I don't think there's many people that you can find that are really supporting this, apart from maybe some of the countries that don't qualify for World Cups as often, or perhaps heads of FAs, and certainly the head of FIFA, Gianni Infantino. And it seems to be, I'm not sure it's going to actually get off the ground, this idea. It seems that they've already kind of admitting defeat, I think, just because of the backlash there's been, mainly from players, I think, who just can't see how this is going to fit into an already congested calendar. So, yeah, hopefully it's not going to get off the ground. And there was some signs last week, a few of the things that Infantino said, which kind of made you think that it isn't going to happen. Right,
so one of the biggest fixtures, which at the moment is not even making too much headlines, the El Clasico. Is it because for the first time, we don't have either Messi or Ronaldo in any of the teams? But what do we see in this El Clasico? Still El Clasico, it's always going to be El Clasico. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Ed, give us some updates on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a completely changed Barcelona team, isn't it? I think, lots of young players to look out for. They had an important win in the Champions League this week against Kiev. There's really low crowds at the moment for their home games. Something like 45,000, I think, for the last couple of games. So this is an opportunity for Barcelona fans to try and, get behind their team. But obviously they have some big issues, having lost Messi and lots of other players over the summer just due to their financial difficulties. And they're really going to be up against it, I think. I think Real Madrid are going to be strong favourites for this one.
All right, Jake, let me take your few thoughts on the El Clasico before I take leave of you guys.
Yeah, just to echo what Ed said, really, I think the fact that there was only 45,000 there in midweek when it was open to full capacity shows that I don't think Barcelona have the pulling power that they once did. Since Messi's departure, a lot of people would head over, for games to see Messi and to see the star names, and they just don't seem to have that anymore. That kind of that dazzle about them. They've had a really difficult start to the season. I know they've won the last couple of games, but it's difficult to see anything other than a Real Madrid win because they're the much stronger side.
Thank you very much, guys. Jake Mertak, Head of Sports Digital for Reach PLC, Mirror Star and Express, and Editor of the Guardian Sports, Ed Aarons. I'm very much grateful you guys joining us. Always thank you for bringing us all the updates in the league. Now let's move on to some fixtures in this weekend. As we've already spoken about some of the games, Arsenal will be playing against Aston Villa tonight. Chelsea versus Norwich, and Everton versus Watford. Brighton will be hosting Manchester City. Crystal Palace, another game versus Newcastle. Brentford playing against Leicester, Brighton, City, and then Manchester United versus Liverpool. We go to La Liga now. Osasuna will be starting the weekend with Granada, as well as Valencia versus Mallorca, Atletico Bilbao versus Villarreal, Sevilla, and Levante. The Clásico between Barcelona and Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. Real Betis versus Vallecano, and on Monday, Getafe versus Celta Vigo. Serie A, we have Torino versus Genoa playing tonight, and also Sampdoria versus Spezia, Bologna versus AC Milan, Fiorentina versus Cagliari. AS Roma, who lost 6-1, Mourinho's AS Roma, will be playing against Napoli. And then Inter Milan versus Juventus, another big fixture in Italy. We go to Germany now. Mainz versus Augsburg, Bayern Munich will be playing against Hoffenheim, Wolfsburg versus Freiburg, Stuttgart versus Union Berlin, and Bochum versus Frankfurt. In the French Ligue 1, which is Godwin and Edma's favorite, Saint-Etienne versus Angers, Nantes versus Clermont, Lille versus Brest, Nice versus Lyon, Lens versus Metz, Lorient versus Bordeaux, and Rennes versus Troyes. Then we have Rennes versus Strasbourg, and AS Monaco versus Montpellier. Then Marseille versus Paris Saint-Germain. MX24 Fantasy Premier League is still on, and the guys are doing well. I think Joe All-Stars is on top with 547 points at the moment. And he's leading the pack, and Caleb finishes with Caleb FC with Caleb Ajimfra, which is with 524 points. And that's MX24 Fantasy Premier League. So many things going on this weekend, and you guys enjoy. Tomorrow we're going to bring you more updates here with Playmakers over here at MX24. Guys, over to you.
Well, thank you very much for that, Selwing. It's now time for us to deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz with our boy, Kavoy. So, let's go.
Wagwan, everybody, welcome to Friday. You don't know, it's the start of the weekend, and I know everybody is excited. Zane, this is the AM Club, and this is MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment inside the AM Club. You don't know the tingo, you know this is the best morning show around. Zane, and now I say good morning to my hosts. Wagwan. Brother is back with energy.
Hi, brother.
All the time.
How are you, brother?
I'm good, oh. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
See, I just learned something.
Be good.
Be good.
You look great, by the way. Let me just mention that.
Thank you, guys. You always get. You
look very
who dresses you guys?
I think you're up to 100% now. Like.
Oh yeah, man. 100, full.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, they can't hold me down.
I can tell. The energy.
Hold you down. They can't hold me down. Oh, you guys ready for the weekend?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Definitely, Reggie.
Godwin doesn't see. What's
No, I'm very ready for the weekend. I'm tired.
Oh, you're tired?
Yeah, man. But I'm still working. So.
No. This is when I get
we
the
are
energy.
filming till the end of the year. I'm still on the day project, so.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
This is like a continuous thing for everybody.
Yeah, man.
Like you just shoot episodes week in, week out.
Till the end of the year. Till the year ends. Yeah, man.
Hey, Rich.
Amen. Give it to us, bro.
Oh, yeah, guys, you don't know the thing. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at KEVOYB. Zane. Now for our stories. Guys, upcoming artist Cyan Hero Yashwan has just dropped a new song featuring Ras Kuku. Oh yeah, though he may be upcoming, the young artist has already started to make his name in the reggae dancehall music scene in Ghana. The song titled Obiabanye, hey! is his latest single. And we've got it right here, so let's take a look.
money down, only can to wear bono. Hey, we are sick. The man money be pay no phone, a be so pay to one. Obiane na corner dear, a be pay water, a be so busy cano. A face over street, a be pay a pione, a be so bahambino. A be pay to fino, I don't know what the masana than the trafia. There's one no, I say so could be a hotel for Ponsa, and yet no here would be a ya, so the Katia, and now the Kakara will be a man yet.
Yo, I'm telling you guys, it's the Saiyan hero guy. He might be the next big thing, eh?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
this guy
You've
is
seen him
confident in his
perform
abilities.
before?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
him perform. He always grabs the crowd. So I allow him to come and perform at Jamrock sometimes. And the crowd always loves this guy.
That's amazing.
That's
so,
nice.
So Saiyan hero, big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
All right, guys. Alcohol by Joe Boy has been trending on music playlists and social media app trends. Now, Joe Boy initially released the visualizer, but today he drops the official music video. Yoy. Now, this is a very common trend for Joe Boy, and most of his hit songs came with visualizers first before him dropping the official video, but that never seems to hinder the song's progress. And guys, go and check out the music video on YouTube. I thought it was coming. Now, social media has been flooded with photos and videos of Sika Osei's traditional wedding. Hey, Sika, my friend. Hey, Sika, big up yourself. You know what I mean? You know, you're a G. You understand? The Ghanaian actress shared her joy and excitement at the grand moment. Pictures and videos were taken with her in 2 different outfits during the day. The white wedding ceremony is set to take place on Saturday. And guess what, guys?
Congratulations.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm
Sika.
I'll be there as well. I'll be there as
It's on
well.
my
Lovely
itinerary.
woman, lovely young
still gonna
woman.
be
I'm
there.
so happy
Yeah, man.
for her.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
You know, Sika
to
is
you.
one
God
of the
bless
first
your
people I
union.
knew.
In Ghana,
Yeah, she's
Sorry?
one of the first people I knew in Ghana.
Oh, yeah, I've known Sika for a
I
few
work
years
with
as
her.
well.
I work with her a lot, so she's amazing.
She's amazing.
Woman.
Yeah,
Yes.
very nice
Congratulations
job.
and God bless your union.
Yeah, man. Hey, Sika, big up yourself. You know what I mean? You know, that's as customary, you know? Big up yourself. I'll be there in person tomorrow. Guys, in surprising and unfortunate news, today, actor Alec Baldwin fired a prop gun and accidentally killed the director of photography on the set of his latest movie, Rust. Wow.
What?
The writer-director was also wounded in the process. Director of photography, Halina Hutchins, who was 42, was transported to the hospital but pronounced dead upon arrival. Wow. It isn't yet sure the condition of the writer-director, who was also wounded and transported to the hospital. It is said to be a prop firearm, so investigations are still ongoing. Wow. What? Can you imagine?
Oh, no.
He won't. Hey, listen,
sad.
you can't sleep in it.
No, man.
He
But
can't
it's a
sleep.
prop fire gun.
No. Yeah, but
Can't sleep.
Oh, but is it supposed to do that much damage, like, to the point that it kills somebody?
that's what I don't get.
Yeah, so I think the investigation is going to bring more clarity on that, because
whoever is responsible for
exactly,
Yeah,
because
prop,
if it's a
should
prop
go to
gun,
prison.
then it shouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a prop. I don't
Exactly,
know,
it shouldn't
maybe they
wound
mistaken
somebody.
He's not
a real
thinking,
gun.
yeah.
Maybe they mistook a real gun for a prop. I don't know. Yo,
That
but
is
No,
so
my
sad.
goodness.
That is so
No, that's-
sad.
that's
Just
very,
imagine,
very
and the fact that he probably didn't intentionally try
Do
to
it,
kill the
yeah.
person and you killed somebody. Is like, this will
Yeah,
haunt you forever. It will
that
haunt
would
you.
make it a lot
Exactly,
more worse for him. You know what I mean?
in his old
Exactly.
age.
Anyways,
Oh.
let's move on.
Oh, Alec Baldwin. Hey,
I mean,
sorry,
so
my
rest in
brother.
peace.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But guys, you don't know. So, fun fact before I go into my Jamaican traditionals. Zayn, today is Shaggy's birthday.
Oh, sure.
It wasn't
Wasn't
me.
me.
Then she got me in a corner. It
Wasn't
wasn't me.
me.
Hey, oh,
Da,
you
da,
got
da,
someone that can
da,
still
da,
your
da,
dollar. Just pass that and witness a young
Mr. Lava.
Hey,
Hey.
yes,
Bombastic.
the Lava.
We
Hey.
don't have time. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Hey, big up yourself, Shaggy. Big up yourself. Now, guys.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Now, for Foodie Fridays, guys, I will give you guys pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Or pudding looks like cake, eh?
Yes, it does look like
there's
a
lot.
cake.
So this is, I don't know, I think this
It
one
looks
is
different
potato
from
pudding.
a pudding that I'm used to.
I know.
Yeah.
So pudding usually is something that you use as spoon.
exactly.
Or pudding is like cake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or pudding is like
The
cake.
same
It's
way like biscuit in the US is actually bread or bun.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What
they call
kind
it
of
biscuit.
madness
I don't
is that?
understand why.
US is a mad place.
Anyway, guys, that's it for MX Space's Lifestyle and Entertainment today. My name is Keboy B. Enjoy the weekend. Little more. Big up yourself.
And that's about it for Coffee Daily today, proudly sponsored by Asili Coffee, made with coffee beans from plantations right here in Ghana. This particular brand is the steam coffee that has your coffee in pouches, ensuring a quick, easy, and comfortable preparation of your cups of morning coffee. But coming up next, we have Lifestyle Daily, and today we have a question for you. Who pays the bills in a relationship, the guy or the lady or both?
Oh, please.
Let us know.
I'm sure Kewa and I agree that it's the guy. But in the meantime, enjoy something nice by Kofi Kidata and Pacho Ranking. We'll be back.
I see. You guys tell you about all for day too. Life is too short, I know if you waste time. Where they up at this, why on not they sleep, make you wake up. Who they call me if you know the party, call me later. If your girlfriend no go, call your side chick, it makes a link go. As I'm on a Samanti buffet, and I will go your cake. Fine girls, be what she say. On your champagne, you'll go away. Man can't jam a crime and pay me. Yale party, and then you jabia. I'm a Mayala, I'm an anthem. On the bottom, 2:30 in a move. Yes, a Mayala, I'm an anthem. Bialing you 247. I'm a Mayala, I'm an anthem. Party after party, I'm an anthem. We move, all move.
Enjoy your life because problem is not the finish. Leave me make I chop life, I no speaker for English. Brother, I know lazy, I work hard for this life. So I go chop on like party jollof, eh. Me and me mademoiselle, like Obama and Michelle. We go they do very well, we go they chop on me well. Champagne is just for the pain, I'm about to make it rain. Give enemies skin pain. I wanna do this again. As you can see, everything pep. No be lie, sweet, yeah. Fair. I tell you, oh yeah, baby, oh la mujer. Kofi Kinata, Pato Ranking and Sissy Nede. I'm a Mayala, I'm an anthem. On the bottom, 2:30 in a move. Yes, a Mayala, I'm an anthem. Bialing you 247. I'm a Mayala, I'm an anthem. Party after party, I'm an anthem. We move, all move. Some man, you are nobody. Go come enjoy my life for me. Baby, come and shake body. My party money or no money. But Mingy, you are nobody. Go come enjoy my life for me. Baby, come and shake body. My party money or no money. Any day, it's Mama Mingy Biana. I'll catch up. What's that, yeah? Mama Mingy Biana. Osha free Jimo. No, so Mama Mono Mana. So not you. Enemy nunca bua me. I'm a Mayala, I'm an anthem. Messi Mayala, I'm an anthem. I'm a Mayala, I'm an anthem. Messi Mayala, I'm an anthem. We move, all move. You know one ma one and ma one share. You know one ma one sabudo, ma one share.
Nature is good. Nature is kind. Even when the earth is dry to the last leaf, nature preserves the best water, rich in natural minerals deep in the ground. We found it and we bottled it. Vital Natural Mineral Water is naturally filtered and bottled at the source to make sure you enjoy a maximum purity of water. Vital Natural Mineral Water. Pure, rich, and natural.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome back to your favorite morning show on TV. This is the AM Club. We're coming to you from the Silicon Square studio here in East Legon. Let me remind you that the Crocs It Out campaign is still on. MX24 TV, in partnership with Leicester Hospital, Medifem Hospital, Focus Orthopedic Hospital, and Holy Trinity Medical Center, is offering you free breast screening. Walk into any of these hospitals to get your breast screened for free, and you also stand a chance to win amazing prizes. But it's now time for Lifestyle Daily, and we will have a conversation on who pays the bill in a relationship. Now, it is usually interesting as well as controversial anytime the topic who should pay the bill is raised. Should the man or the woman be the one to pay the bill at a date or other expenses while in a relationship? I will not be surprised if most of you think the man should always be the one to pay the bill. This perception has been a long-standing cultural assumption that a man should always bear the financial burden in a relationship. Most women, especially in Africa, were raised to believe that a woman's financial need is a man's responsibility. In fact, some women think that it is not only the man's responsibility to pay the date bill, but her transportation fare to and fro the date. And largely, men who do not conform are considered stingy and uncaring. Now, according to a Ned Wallet survey, 77.4% of people in a relationship believe men should pay the bill on a first date, and 35.9% of men surveyed pay 100% of household bills compared to 14.3% of women. Slightly more than one-third of men and women surveyed split household bills. Interestingly, most of the men surveyed were in support of men paying the bill. Actually, some men feel emasculated when a woman decides to foot the bill on a date. And our conversation will be centered on who should pay the bill. Edma is standing by.
Well, thank you very much, Godwin, for that. But before we get into the conversation, remember, you are a major part of the show. So, tell us, who should pay the bill? The man, the woman, or both? Please send your answers to our WhatsApp number at 0550-331-511 or tweet at us at MX24GH with the hashtag the AM Club. The phone lines are also going to be open, so do make sure that you call the number that will show or appear on your TV screen and join the conversation. But joining me in studio on this conversation, we have Nana Asempa, who is a writer. Asempa, welcome.
What's up?
What's up? You too, what's up? You're
not
looking
new.
Good. Thank you. So are you.
Oh,
so
thank
are
you,
you.
Thank you. But you should not do every single time.
Oh,
yeah.
I try.
Nice.
Okay, so today we're going to have a conversation about relationships and who should pay the bill. And when we say who should pay the bill, we're not just talking about when you go out on for dinner or for lunch or for breakfast or whatnot. It comes with the whole household payments as well. So there's, like Godwin mentioned in the intro, there's this perception that African men or African men are basically the providers of the house. They should go out there, struggle, and bring money back home. The woman most of the time probably will be at home looking after the children. So there's this cultural behavior behind a man being like the provider of the family. However, like I was telling Godwin earlier, from where I'm from, everybody works. The man works, the woman works. I mean, it could be a mutual decision for one to decide to pay the bill. And maybe you cater for electricity, I will cater for water. You cater for groceries, I will cater for something else. But we both bring something to the table because we both work. And one person cannot work and maintain a household because the amount of taxes that they will even take away from your salary. Listen, one person cannot maintain a full household with children unless you're on some type of benefit or something like that. But both man and woman must work and bring something to the table.
Definitely.
But it's not like that here in Ghana, and I've noticed
Definitely.
that. So based on your own understanding of how the conversation should go, or like the question of the conversation, who do you think should pay the bill? Both man or woman?
No, for me, it's both ways.
Okay.
Okay, so you mentioned in Africa, it's not, but actually it's not just Africa. It's not the whole Africa. It's a Ghanaian thing. Okay, I have friends.
Or West African thing.
Exactly.
I think it's the same thing in Nigeria as well. Yeah.
In Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have friends in the middle part, Central Africa, and then Southern Africa. And they seem to beg to differ. So I have, for instance, one of my very closest friends is a Kenyan. And he always tells me, hey, Asempa, you guys, you West Africans, you're always taking our girls. And our girls always like you guys because you guys are always spoiling our girls. It's a West African thing. We just like spoiling our girls. It's like we've put it upon ourselves to spend so much on these girls. And it's really not cool. And about this topic, I'd like to say that, you know, the moment you take a girl out, you guys are dating, the moment you take her out on a date, and you tell her, oh, don't worry, I got this. Don't worry, I got this. Maybe the first time, okay, the first time, I would agree maybe you should pay because you called for the date.
Exactly. That's basically my point.
Exactly.
Whoever calls for the date needs to pay.
Exactly. So you called for the date.
Yeah.
Then you tell her, oh, don't worry, I got this. The next time she calls for the date, and then you tell her, don't worry, I got this. That right there is you telling her that don't pay for anything, I'll pay for everything. And then when it gets into marriage, and then you tell her that let's split the bills, she's not going to understand because when we're dating, you were the one handling everything. Now, why are you telling me that we need to split the bill?
Yeah.
So right from dating, you need to set the record straight. Yeah. When you call for a date, you are paying. If I call for the date, I am paying. It's just as it is.
And nobody will go on dates.
Ah, yeah. Probably.
You both stay at home and cook and eat at home.
Probably. But for me, I think that's what works.
And to be honest, I agree with you to some extent, in a sense that I feel like from the very get-go, it all boils down to communication and how you set the pace when it comes to your relationship. If I'm getting myself in a relationship and I'm getting to know somebody for the first time, I'd like them to know that, okay, do you know what? I'm this type of person. I like to also spoil my man. Yeah. And I would also expect my man to spoil me. And it's a 50-50 thing. Yeah, do you understand? Definitely. So I wouldn't want it to be just one way because then it comes with a notion that, okay, I'm just here to take from you. And there's no, it can blind the love that you have for the person. That's my opinion, by the way. I beg to differ. I mean, you beg to differ. But that's my opinion. I feel like if you go into a relationship with the notion that, okay, do you know what, the guy is meant to pay for this, pay for that, which a lot of Ghanaian girls do. And I've noticed that. I feel like it now takes away the fact that, okay, do you know what? Maybe the girl actually really likes me. And if I was a guy, a typical Ghanaian guy, and I was dating like a typical Ghanaian girl, and she constantly comes to me demanding for this, that, and maybe she doesn't work. I understand. But the moment that she works, and I feel like maybe she can cater to certain things, like buying cream for yourself. I mean, why do you need a guy to buy cream for yourself when you work? You can buy your own cream. Do you understand?
Exactly. So I think it's high time guys understood. We need to pay attention to the red flags. When you are dating, or when you are before you date, you need to pay attention to the red flags. First of all, in the first place, don't go in for a broke girl. In the first place, don't go in for a broke girl.
What is your definition of a broke girl?
A broke girl is someone who can't even cater for herself.
Okay.
Don't go
in a sense that maybe she's at school and she's living with her parents, or in a sense that maybe she hasn't found a job yet. Like, so I need to understand the definition of what your understanding of what a broke girl is.
Okay, so even if she's in school, I mean, who took her to school? Her parents. You understand? Fine, definitely for her she's broke, but she still has money. You understand? So that's different. But even with that, she still has some money. If I say broke, I mean somebody who maybe she even has her, something going on and all of that, but she just doesn't have the money. And when she's dating you, she expects you to do everything. That's a red flag. When you meet a girl like that, you need to run. I have met many girls like that, and what I do is I run. Yes, I run. Because
but how do you know that this is their aim, this is their motive? How do you know that, okay, they are up to just take from me and not give also? Oh,
you start talking to them, and I mean, they see that, oh yeah, you are driving. Yeah, you work here, you work at MX24, you're on TV, this, that. Then they're like, oh, you know what, can I meant to call you, but I didn't have credit. Usually they don't go like, can you send me credit? Oh, I don't have credit. Is there anything I can do about it? But anyway, how are you? Indirectly, they're asking you, oh, send me some. Definitely. And then the second time, oh, I'm hungry, I don't know what to eat. Oh, then I tell her, oh, you go get something to eat. You can order something. Order, I don't have money. What are we going to do about it?
But then, wouldn't you, if you care for her as well, maybe once in a while, wouldn't you
Definitely
want to buy her food?
But when constantly she's doing it, dude, you need to know this girl is not in for any serious thing. This girl just wants to squander your money. Run! That's what I see. Run.
Okay, so there's also this notion that when a woman constantly pays for certain things, they take the manhood or the masculinity or the pride of a man away from him.
That's
because
true.
she's constantly paying for everything.
That's
so
true.
would you agree with that as a man?
That's true. Because naturally, actually we've been built that way. Women, we've been naturally built in a way that we tend to provide. So when we happen to find ourselves in a relationship where the woman is constantly providing, she is rather becoming the man. And we can never be the woman.
So how is she becoming the man? Because of the fact that she's paying for...
providing.
Okay,
it's even in the Bible that being a man does not even mean you having an extra equipment in between your legs.
Yeah.
No, being a man is being able to provide for your family.
Yeah.
So if your wife is the one, or your girl, okay, your wife is the one providing for the family, she is the man in the relationship and not you. So when that happens, your
ego...
Exactly. Your pride has been taken away. Your job actually has been taken away. So naturally, it takes away something from you.
Okay. Well, let me read some comments coming in on our WhatsApp number. This person said, I think it's a 50-50 thing. Everything shouldn't be on the guy only. The lady should also be considerate to also do something for herself. Okay. This person said, both must pay the bill from Namboh in official town. Okay, this person said, there is nothing wrong with a man paying bills, and I personally think men should stand as men and pay bills. But in this modern era that women are trying to be bossy and always choking us with gender equality, well, there should be a split now because we are all equal. It's not about that. I don't think I don't think it's true. When it comes to equality, it goes, I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but it goes way beyond women trying to be like men or, you know, paying bills and all of that. I mean, if you're a man and you're, as an individual, and you're comfortable enough to pay or cater for everything in the household, kudos to you. You're doing well. Maybe you've given that assurance to your wife that, okay, do you know what? I can take care of everything. You don't have to do anything. And there's a conversation that both of you must have, okay, that, okay, do you know what? I'm ready to provide for everything. You stay at home and I'll provide for you. I'll provide for the kids. That's a conversation that both individuals can have.
But let's not forget that the provision is not only materialistic.
Of course.
Provision. You need to provide security.
Yes.
You need to provide, what's the word? You know, you shouldn't make your woman feel insecure. You need to provide emotional stability. You understand? So it's not just about the material things.
But then we're also having a conversation before we went on air about, you know, women who fully depend on their men, which is very, very common in our part of the world here in Ghana, and they depend on the men to a certain point where, let's say, God forbid, the man passes away, or maybe gets injured and cannot work anymore. There's now a huge financial gap, a huge gap in the family because the provider can't provide anymore. And when family gets involved, and when it comes to properties, and the family takes the properties away, and the woman is left there with the kids all by herself. So I would always advise a woman to have her own, provide, help when it comes to her family, so that if anything happens to the man, at least she can stand on her own and provide for the children. That's my take on family for me personally. I don't know if you agree with me, but if you do, let me know. Anyway, this person also said, good morning. Under normal circumstances, who pays the bill in a relationship should be shared 70% for the man and 30% for the woman. And the 70% for the man because they say men are the breadwinner of the family, but that doesn't mean women shouldn't do anything. So my men, shine your eyes, let your woman also pay some home. And this is from Prince Eddie from Volta region. Okay, let me read one more. So this person said, hey, from Inusha in Sefi Riaso. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Sefi Raso. Okay. Man should be paying bills, but because the hardship nature of the economy, we forget to remember that. Okay, so he believes that the man should be paying the bill, but because obviously life is hard these days, everybody. But we also have this notion, or this, I keep saying notion today, I don't know why, notion, everything notion. But we also have this thing where there's this modern family now, like the 21st century family, where, you know, it's like everybody works.
Yeah.
Everybody is enlightened.
Exactly.
Gone are the days where only the man will go to the farm. Now we both go to the farm, we both work, we both provide for our family, for the better of our family, we build together. So I think this is like the whole 21st century family that, I mean, back in the days, maybe our grandparents or great-grandparents didn't used to do. But yeah, anyways.
But unfortunately, it's not everyone who thinks that way in this country. And that's how come we still have people like this saying the man is supposed to provide all the time. And it's the reason why I was even saying it's a West African thing. I think we are thinking a bit backwards. You know, we need to keep up because now things are changing. Yeah.
I guess, just motivating women to also go out there and do something for themselves as well. I think it all boils down to that as well. Exactly. But anyways, Asempa, thank you very much for joining me on this conversation.
As always.
And I hope you've been enlightened and you've shared your views. Keep on sharing your views and thoughts on our social media platforms at MX24GH with the hashtag DAM Club. It is now time for us to move on to today's hashtag, and it's Foodie Friday. Stay with us. But I'm leaving you with Dollar on You by Kwame Eugene.
We didn't come here to play. King Kong. Oh, yeah. If you put your body on me, I put my money on you. I put the dollar on you, girl. If you put your body on me, then I put my money on you. I put my dollar on you, girl. Oh girl, you looking so amazing. For you, I think I'm going crazy. Oh girl, your body's so amazing. And I don't wanna leave your side. You put your body on me, I put my money on you. I put the dollar on you, girl. You put your body on me, I put my money on you. I go show you money. Gonna time and say my class today outside. I go show you money. Oh girl, you looking so amazing. For you, I think I'm going crazy. Oh girl, your body's so amazing. And I don't want to leave your side. You put your body on me, I put my money on you. Put the dollar on you, girl. You put your body on me, I put my money on you. Put the dollar on you, girl. I gon' make you see that. I gon' make you see that. Body on, I go put my money on, I go put my dollar on. Oh yeah. If you put your body on, I go put my money on, I go put my dollar on. I go make you see that. I go make you see that.
And welcome back to the AM Club, live from our East Legon studios, or our Silicon Square studios here in East Legon. And the show continues. It's now time for our discussion on the plug. And of course, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And if you've been following us on TV and social media, then you must know about the Crocs It Out campaign we are embarking. Now, in line with that, we at MX24 have partnered with selected hospitals for free breast screening. And today, one of the hospitals we are partnering is here, has joined us in studio today to have a little discussion. And I'm glad to say that I have Anita Nkrumah Yeboah, who is a breast cancer nurse at Focus Hospital, Orthopedic Hospital, and Dr. Ayongo Anan, a family physician specialist, joining us in studio. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And thank you for your time. Now, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as we all know. But for Anita, what I want to ask is, of all the TV stations, you decided to partner with MX24 TV to have this free breast cancer screening. May I know why?
Okay. First of all, because MX24 was interested in breast cancer and breast awareness, so Focus 2 was also on the verge of also including this breast cancer and also breast awareness also in the hospital. So it was more or less like a collaboration between MX24 and then Focus Hospital.
Wonderful.
Well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, we all know that every month in October, the world celebrates Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we've been talking about this particular thing for some time now. But could you give us a little brief education on breast cancer that you think most people out there still are not aware of?
Most people are really not aware of the...
If you could speak up for me, I'd be very grateful.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Most people are not aware of the increasing incidence of breast cancer. They still think that breast cancer is a myth being thrown out there, but breast cancer is real, and it's on the rampage. So we also at Focus Hospital, we are trying to bring up this awareness to also join forces with other hospitals who are also campaigning for breast cancer awareness also as well.
Okay, you've been doing this for some time?
No, this is our first time.
This is your very first time. So
yes,
what prompted this act or this action to do free breast screening for people?
Okay. There was a program.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to do at Kulebu, and I saw the state of many of our mothers, and it was quite crippling, especially for those whose cancer have advanced because they went to for herbal treatment, or they went elsewhere, or they stayed at home simply because of stigmatization. So basically, this became a passion of mine now, that there's a need to still do more or less more education about breast cancer awareness.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Dr. Ayongo, and you are a family physician and specialist, meaning that you treat a lot of individuals, you attend to a lot of patients and all that. Could you tell me how important this whole breast cancer awareness thing is, given the fact that I'm sure you've met patients who have breast cancer?
Yes, I have.
Yes, so how dire is the situation? How serious is it?
Yeah,
and why is it important for us to have a month like this or celebrate something like this?
Yeah, it's a very serious thing because, when breast cancer is picked up in the early stages, you can do something about it for the woman to survive, to take care of her children or whoever depends on her. And, it's like the second leading cause of cancer deaths amongst women, second only to cervical cancer. So it's something that is very important for us to think about or to talk about and screen and encourage for screening so that it can be picked up early and then something can be done about it.
Let me not assume, have you met someone with breast cancer?
Yes, I have.
And how did you feel about it? Being a woman too, what was going through your mind?
Yes, you will feel bad, especially if you knew that if this thing had been picked up earlier, something could have been. I've met some that had spread everywhere, and there was really nothing that could be done for them but to just do palliative care, just take care of issues, and then watch what happens.
Why do you think people delay in getting themselves screened?
I think one of the things that brings a delay in our setting is, the idea that once you get breast cancer, your breast will be cut off.
Cut off.
That is
so they
one
are afraid
of, so they are afraid. So they will go anywhere where the person will offer anything else but that kind of intervention. Okay. So for most of the people, there's also the fear of what will be discovered. So you may have a lump, it may not be cancerous, but you're afraid. What could it be? If it is, they'll cut off my breast. And there's this myth too that if they cut off your breast, you lose your life. You will also pass away. These are all
true.
certain things that
Hinder
are
people
out there.
from
Yes.
coming out to get
Coming
themselves
out,
screened.
yes.
Anita, if I may, so how's the campaign been so far? We started this whole thing in the beginning of the month, October. How's patronage been? Have people been coming to the hospital to get themselves screened?
We are here to organize a breast cancer screening to the public. We did an in-house one. The attendance was quite good. So we are trying to do one for the public as well. That's on the 23rd of November.
23rd?
Yeah, on the premises of Focus Hospital, Part-Time Hospital.
Right, 23rd October.
23rd October. 23rd
yeah,
October.
October rather,
Focus
yes.
Hospital.
Saturday.
So we can't come now to just get ourselves screened? Or we have to wait for 23rd to have a major one.
Yes.
That's what we're putting together, like a major
yes.
screening. And it's going to be free.
Yes, it's
we don't have to pay anything. What do I have to know when I'm coming? Do I have to bring an ID or just walking?
Oh, you can walk in. You can walk in and then come saying that you are in for the breast screening program.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us where Focus Orthopedic Hospital is.
Focus Orthopedic Hospital is located in Part-Time Hospital.
Part-Time.
Within Part-Time Hospital, there are two main routes too that can also be used at the Oyarifa Junction and then KB Junction. We have our billboards at those vantage points. So in case anyone
wants to locate it.
Yes,
So please help, where's Part-Time Hospital again? For the sake of our viewers, where's Part-Time Hospital again? Which area is it?
Part-Time Hospital is in Accra.
Accra.
Yeah,
right.
Greater Accra. Yeah.
Okay. And to wrap the conversation with you, are there any breast cancer tips you want to give us?
Okay, so one of the things that we want to encourage, because we are encouraging screening, we don't want you to get to the stage of having the breast cancer and having to come in for interventions that will not be pleasant. So we are encouraging people to screen. So people in their 20s and 30s, we are encouraging them to do a self-breast examination. Examine your own breast at home. So when you are able to know your own breast, when there's a change, you'll be able to pick it up. So I don't know if I have any time to just go through the self-breast examination.
If you can, briefly.
Yes. So what it is that you look at your breast and you apportion it. You know, when you draw across the nipple, vertically and then horizontally, you realize there are 4 segments. So at least you must touch all those 4 segments. The 5th segment will be around the nipple, which you press towards your chest bone. You know, all these you are pressing it towards your chest wall. So that if you press flesh to the bone, if there's something in between, you will pick it up.
Right.
Remember, some people's breasts also extend to the axilla, the armpits. So that area also will be like the 6th area. And then within the armpit itself, where you can have just a lump or a lymph node developing there, and that could be cancer. So you examine within your armpit. And most of the time, we say that for women who are having their menstrual period, you can do this self-breast examination once a month, about 5 days after your menstrual period.
Nice.
Because within your menstrual period, hormones are high, the breast a bit dense, a bit heavy. You may not feel the difference. But after that, about 5 days, you should be able to pick it up. And then also for those who are postmenopausal, we say that you pick any day in the month. And that day, if it's the 1st of the month, the 2nd, 3rd, whenever, 24th of the month, that very day, every month, you examine your breast.
Wonderful.
Know your breast so that you'll be able to pick up abnormalities. And then we encourage you once a year also to go in for a clinical breast exam, where somebody like a doctor or a trained nurse can examine your breast, and then we can pick up something. After 40, we usually do mammograms, which needs to be written down for you to do. So basically, I think with these 3, every woman taking charge of their own health like this and being concerned about their bodies should be able to pick up a lot of things and nip them in the bud very early.
Wonderful. Dr. Ayongo Annan is telling you, at least know your breast and also get it checked at least once in a year. If you can, check your breast. Dr. Ayongo Annan is a family physician and specialist. And also Anita Nkrumah Yeboah is a breast cancer nurse at the Focus Orthopedic Hospital, as we said, is located at the Part-Time Hospital. And they're coming up with a free breast cancer screening on the 23rd of October, as you can see on the flyer behind us. It's from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 23rd October is a Saturday. Yes. So do well to visit the Focus. If you've never gotten a chance to examine your breast, we're having a free screening at the Focus Orthopedic Hospital for you. And the motto is early detection saves lives. So please please, in the spirit of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, do well to join the Focus Orthopedic Hospital guys on Saturday, 23rd of October. Thank you very much, Anita and Dr. Ayongo. You're still watching the AM Club. We'll be back shortly.
It's creamy. Watch out. Before the party go end, make you go tell a friend. We go mania, we go scatter, and the whole place go bend. If you no get money, go home. All my fine girls won't go low. Shame how you sure say you they hold. My wedding now, if you know you broke. Up in the party, I do every day. My friends, they call me Jawule. Jawule, Jawule, So when you see me on a Friday night, party, 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 see we want to, see we want to, party, 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 see we want to, see we want to.
Forget to invite. The man say me guess we share inside. Yeah, with the coffee and I may back. So what friend I say my fat. I may start. Party I say cause I mind don't pay the way. Boss to about them don't do the way. This is food. Boss anyway, may I find out me do fear pet. This is food on the way. Sakina too. My send the location. Oh by ya for the Jamila too. The clanning in our way size here free half party no go. Your pent up on the mumbo the kid. Move on eh. When I enter a fight, see we want to, see we want to,
plenty money, already sort out my meal. I go the parties with the money, I go carry family, we outside. When we pull up, no signs. Come at the party, if you no get money, money oh my money, all the bills on me. Party, baby, me I want to play.
See we want to, see we want to, before the party go end. Make you go tell a friend. Go low, go low, go low, go low. Party big, party big, party big, party big, party big, party big, party big. See we want to.
AM Club members, welcome, welcome, and welcome back to the show. You're still watching the AM Club, of course, and we're having so much fun. It's a fun-packed show today, really, really packed, so we're moving very quickly. And it's now time for another session of The Plug, and I'm glad to announce that I have my very good friend, Brian Angels, in studio with us. Man, we go way back, and it's good to have you.
Good to see you.
Edma was just telling me that you look like...
yes, you look like you're from
my
dad's side of the family. Are you Fanti?
No,
You're not?
I'm number 9.
Yes.
Oh, Ewe. Okay.
Yeah, ma. I'm lost too, Charlie.
You're so lost.
Anyways,
but you always claim your people,
which
is good.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. You have a very big thing happening, and we want to talk about it briefly. Unfortunately, we're trying to get the trailer for it. I'm sure we'll send them to, we'll give them a link to visit to see the trailer. But Brian is an actor. I'm sorry I didn't mention Brian is an actor and producer, and he has something coming up. You were telling us about this new project, Farewell to the Wind. Yeah. Tell us about it, Brian.
Okay.
I didn't even let you talk about yourself a little bit.
I know, right? So basically, because that's his friend, he knows him already. So he introduced him as his friend, and he's like, yeah, let's move on to
the conversation.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about yourself, I'm sorry.
Well,
yes.
Well, but actually, he's right, because we're here to talk about the movie.
Yes, but let's just get to know you a little bit more as well.
There he is on the screen. Yes. It's an amazing actor, I must tell you. Amazing actor.
My head is...
about to explode.
Yeah. Okay, so like he said, I'm an actor. I'm known as an actor, and I'm now veering into production because I want to control the kind of content that I want to see, the kind of movies that I want to be in, the stories that I want to tell. So this is why I'm veering towards production now. So, like Farewell to the Wind.
Before Farewell to the Wind, you're jumping too fast. You're going too fast, Brian. So you featured in very, extremely,
Nation.
You were in Beast of No
Nation.
Yeah,
so Beast of No Nation, The Burial of Kojo.
Yes.
40 and Single.
40 and Single. Leila Jansi.
Yeah. And The Deep Place.
He has all these artistic, very good movies, I like to say. He's not the commercial type, who does romantic movies. He's a very artistic person. So, Brian, let's now talk about Farewell to the Wind, which you were telling me that was in line with the non-alliance movement. So tell us about it.
Okay, so the interesting thing about that was that we were making this film, we started planning towards this film about 7 years ago.
Wow.
And because we wanted to tell the unknown history between Ghana and former Yugoslavia, the non-alignment bloc. And then, interestingly, this year, just a few weeks ago, the president was in Serbia, was awarded. And the director of this film is from Serbia, and I'm from Ghana. And in the film, Kwame is a character from Ghana, and the father is in Yugoslavia. So it's just like a prototype of whatever is happening.
Now,
so, Farewell to the Wind tells a story about a photojournalist who wants to explore this history, unknown history of Ghana and the former Yugoslavia, and then through the the immigrant route, the Mediterranean, where it used to be legal route back in the day, now is illegal. So sort of he's sacrificing his life to explore that history. And so people back home are wondering, what is wrong with this guy? You are so successful in Ghana, and now you want to risk your life for this. So in between that, politics is a love story as well. Yeah, so
that's interesting.
I know. I'm intrigued.
Again, these are areas that usually our industry do not explore. We like to do the commercial, like I said. So what influenced this storyline? Why you decided to do something like this?
Okay, so the producer, the director. Is from Serbia, like I said, but he's schooling in New York.
Right.
Whilst he was in school, he met a Ghanaian taxi driver who said, "Where are you from?" He said, "I'm from Yugoslavia." And the taxi driver was like, "Oh, Tito, Nkrumah."
Yeah.
And then he didn't take money from him. And so he was thinking, this thing is huge. Nkrumah and Tito, Yugoslavia. Back in the days, in the 60s, a lot of Ghanaians went to school in Yugoslavia for free. Doctors, engineers. So why not we explore this story? Because I didn't even know about that then. until he mentioned it.
I like the fact that you're also educating people with the movie. I love that because I love history, anything Asian history, political history, Asian civilization, I love it. So the fact that you're also educating the viewers about some type of history when it comes to two countries is great. I love that. So when it comes to the purpose of the movie, what are you trying to achieve with this movie? What message do you want to put out there with the movie?
Okay, first of all, we want to make an international film, you know, collaboration Ghana and Europe, which is usually not the case. When they come here to make film is the caricature kind of film. But this time we want to tell a positive story, you know, and put Ghana on the map. Be able to take this film to like the Cannes, the Sundance, you know, to get it to, you know, to make a successful film, to portray Ghana in a positive way as we are, like film artistic people, you know, and also encourage the nations who are involved in non-alignment movement to keep at what we used to do, you know. Like the president said, non-alignment was about equality, not anti-colonialism, brotherhood, solidarity. We want to promote that kind of thing. It should still go on between these African nations and all. This is
unity,
that is, and I must say that's quite ambitious. The steps you're taking is quite ambitious. The movies like these are not the ones you take 50,000 Ghana cedis to shoot. Movies like this require lots of funding.
Exactly,
so
and
in terms
research
of funding,
as well.
Yeah, and in terms of funding for your research and your production and everything, post-production and all that, you were telling me about how you're gathering, you're pulling in money to produce this work. So let's put it out there. What exactly are you looking for?
Yeah, that's the far right there. Okay. So this short story is a visual poetry which captures the heart of the story, the main feature, because we don't have money yet for the feature. We're still raising. So we're looking for interested investors who want to tell this kind of story. Beautiful. So this short, it captures the heart of it. And luckily, not luckily, by the grace of God, we're able to premiere in Durban International Film Festival.
Amazing.
And then we recently got selected into Leeds International Film Festival in England as well. So this tells you that with what we have done, people believe in the project, you know, and people believe in what it is and they want to see the story, you know. So, yeah.
Awesome. So let's let me do walk a pass. Okay, I'm okay with walk a pass. Let me just come and pass in front of the camera, see my face, then I'm
is that what walk a pass is?
Yeah, so walk a pass. So you don't have any line. You just we see your face in the crowd. That's right.
Anyway, actually, you are a great actor yourself, and this is a large. This film is a large cast, and most actors would have opportunity to be in it.
Wonderful. So let's talk about how people can connect with you in case, like you said, they want to invest, how they can see the shots, whatever you've shot to capture the heart of the story. How do we get in touch? How do we see these things?
Okay, to start with, you can follow my Instagram handle, King Brian Angels, or my email address, brianangels@gmail.com.
Wonderful.
Or you can reach out to the official page of the movie. On Instagram, Farewell to the Wind.
Farewell to the Wind on Instagram. Yeah, that's where we get all the details and can connect with you. Brian Angels, thank you so much.
Thank you for
coming.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you, and I'm happy with what you're doing. And I say all the best. We wish you the best.
Yes,
thank you. And we're here to do our
Especially
support.
the fact that you look like somebody from my family.
I
like you already.
Thank you.
I like you already. Okay, so there you have it. We just had a conversation with Brian Angels, and we spoke about his upcoming project coming out very, very soon. So it's now time for today's hashtag Foodie Friday. And what are we making today again?
Honey garlic chicken.
I can even smell it already. Can you smell it in the studio?
Sweetheart, I have my smoothies on the side. I can't wait to add it to this chicken. You know.
Yeah, so do stay tuned if you want to learn how to make, what is it? Honey garlic chicken. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Just kill Tim.
No, yeah. They call you today. Jam rhythm. Rockstar. DJ Camila. Drop the song, make we dance. day to day. Lord, darling. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. Shake your body, man, you're gonna. Lord, darling. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. So where the party day today? Lord, darling. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. Shake your body, man, you're gonna. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. You make sad for no reason. Don't you know, say this be our season? In the prayer make a fall, right? You dreaming. Yeah. You make sad for no reason. Don't you know, say this be our season? In the prayer make a fall, right? You dreaming. Yeah. Wusuna miyo. Chansumo, ususu kru ambemo. Don't you know, say God in control? Oh. Yeah. Nanke better na yeah.
Medasi.
Why the party day today? Lord, darling. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. Shake your body, man, you're gonna. Lord, darling. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. So why the party day today? Lord, darling. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord, darling. Shake your body, man, you're gonna. Hey, mama, hey, I have a same. Lord,
I'm going in. Hey, what time of brave? Into what da. Social media pressure, Jamin and Nanyampa. I saw from try it, yes, Bank or Bass. Who want to pay me a tune, we are still Bianca Wassa. In my pocket, Missika Coco Assassi, Obian in Kama Tomabwa, Papa, Obi Pondasi. Ayo, a bravo, a tiny, better than a compo. What package ya and fat? Is it by 4 to speak some brofo? Yeah, fancy, we share a virgin. What's what ya your bedding?
And welcome back to the AM Club, and we are having so much fun. If you're just tuning, you've missed a lot. Lifestyle Daily done, Plug done, Coffee Daily done. Oh my goodness! And it's now time for a hashtag daily, which is
Foodie Friday.
And the studio is smelling super
goodness.
nice.
You have no
Ladies
idea,
and gentlemen,
guys.
let's introduce our guest
Yes.
for Foodie Friday today. Her name is Perpetual Isiama. She is a food blogger, and I understand why she is a food blogger.
Yes.
You see the way she's
The
laid out.
presentation on the table alone.
Look, the way she's laid out these
Exactly,
stuff.
and she made us understand that this is for the sauce,
This is for garnishing,
yes, this is for
for
the chicken.
chicken.
You know, so she has separated everything for us, and
Well
you know,
prepped out.
Exactly.
So we are making honey garlic chicken.
Yes.
That's what we're making. Perpetual.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio.
you.
You're an
Welcome.
official member of the AM Club
Yes,
because you
please.
look like
Come here and be making us food every day. I will.
anything that has to do with food. We got you. Anyway,
Thank you.
Perpetual, how do you make honey garlic chicken? What do you need?
All right, so we're gonna get started with the chicken.
Okay.
Today we're using chicken breast.
Okay. Right.
So to season it, this is just some ginger and garlic.
Okay.
Okay.
And
By the way, we've washed our hands and
Yes,
sanitized our
please.
hands.
Just so you know.
Let me just put that out there.
and a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. You can use any seasoning that you
Okay.
have.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm learning. So what did you just put? That's garlic?
Ginger and
Oh,
garlic.
ginger and
And
garlic.
garlic, yeah.
Okay, blended ginger and garlic.
Yeah. And this is all-purpose seasoning. I mix it myself,
Okay.
but you can use any seasoning. You
That you
can
want,
use,
okay.
yeah, you can use any seasoning cube or tablet that you have.
Right.
So if you have time, you'd let this marinate for about
Yes.
30 minutes.
Okay.
So in the fridge, and then you pan cook it with a little bit of oil. So
Okay.
for the purpose of time, I have that done
Yes.
right here.
Okay, Perpetual, before we jump ahead, I see you going very fast.
Okay,
Calm
I'll
down.
slow it down.
Cool down for us.
All
Cool
right, I'll
down.
slow it down.
We are learning. I'm
All
going to
right.
make this tomorrow. If you're home, you
Yes,
probably want
I'm
to try
definitely.
this.
I took a picture
at
of the
home
whole
tomorrow.
set because I'm definitely making this.
So let's look
tomorrow
at our
as well.
ingredients first. I
Yes.
see. So let's start with for chicken. You
Yeah.
had the blended garlic
and ginger. Yeah.
Then you had the
All-purpose.
all-purpose.
Yeah.
Seasons. What's that?
It's like an all functional.
Yeah, so it has ginger,
Yeah,
garlic,
it has everything
rosemary,
in it.
like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of
Oh,
spices.
Yeah.
Can I get
But
this in
you-
the supermarket?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
you
you
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
Nice. And then
All
there
right.
is the flour.
This is flour.
Okay.
So when you're about to make the chicken itself, you just sprinkle a little bit of the flour onto the chicken,
Okay.
just to give it a light coating, so that the sauce is able to stick
Okay.
to
Oh,
the
sweet.
chicken.
Okay.
So just a really light crust.
Okay.
So those are the ingredients for the chicken. And then
Just
for
for the
garnishing, you
chicken.
have this on the side.
Yes.
I see
Sesame. Yep.
sesame, and then spring
Spring onions,
onions.
yeah.
And then there is
Pepper.
this is the akwili wabi that has been dried.
Yes.
My goodness, I'm so local. I'm sorry. So this is
red chili flakes.
Charlie the Brofono.
Chili flakes.
Red-
Okay.
Please, the red chili flakes. Where
What
I come
did
from,
you
we
say?
call it akwili wabi.
that one.
You know the long ones, right?
Yes.
The red chili, the
Yes.
long ones, and it's dried.
Yep.
goodness.
Beautiful,
This
beautiful.
is just pulsed.
And this is
Okay.
for the sauce.
Yes.
And what do we have over there?
So honey,
Yeah.
garlic,
Yeah.
the two most important ingredients. There's a little bit of butter, some soy sauce, some vinegar, and since we're Ghanaian and we like pepper, a little bit of chili sauce on the side
Beautiful.
that will mix into it.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay, so you already have some chicken in the pan.
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Okay. Is it the same as what you're making here?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Beautiful. So, okay, so take us through it. So,
All right.
So because
first-
of time, she's already like
I've
prepared
Ah.
this. Yes.
so that it goes a lot
Yes.
faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to push it onto the side and start the sauce.
Okay.
This is just a little bit of butter.
So this is how it would look like if it's already done.
Yeah.
After you've seasoned the
Right.
chicken,
Chicken
and you've
and-
fried it.
Yeah.
So you
This is
fried
how-
or you oven?
It's actually fried
Oh,
in
it's
the
fried.
skillet. So
Okay.
just a few tablespoons of oil
Okay.
or butter.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna get this to melt
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
I love butter.
It's good.
The way you're looking at it. Godwin, let me tell you,
So-
ladies out there, if you want to get into Godwin's heart, please, it's through food, okay?
He's drinking smoothies.
It's
So
through
you should
food,
make
let
him a
me tell you
smoothie.
that.
Oh my goodness, you people.
So
Okay.
next up here is just some grated garlic.
Okay.
Okay.
About 4 cloves.
Okay.
You can use
So
more
you use
or
a lot
less.
of garlic because
Yes.
to even season the chicken, you use garlic
Yep.
and ginger. So
Yep.
you add additional garlic
Yes,
to
you
for the sauce. Okay.
Smells good.
Smells
Already.
really, really good.
Yeah. You want to make sure that it doesn't burn. So
Okay.
that's why like,
Yeah, you have to
want
stir it all the time.
Because it'll get really bitter if it burns.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Right.
after about a minute, This is vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh.
So because the honey is so sweet, we just want something a little sour to cut through.
Okay.
Right.
So that's gonna
Nice.
go in.
Nice. In moderation, eh?
I know.
Yeah. So this is about a tablespoon.
Okay.
Because you don't want it to overpower.
Listen, this is not, you know, your usual cooking. This
Yes,
is
please.
this is measured. Because
Yes.
I hardly ever measure my food, which I think is bad.
I don't. No, I don't either. But certain recipes,
Yes,
yeah,
you
you want to
have to
make sure you
measure.
measure some of the ingredients.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next up is some light soy sauce. If
Okay.
you have the dark one, you can just add a little bit of water.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm seeing the color change here.
Yeah.
It's smelling really good though.
A little bit more. You want to watch it though, because it's really salty. So you want to watch
The
the
soy
amount
sauce,
of soy sauce you're
Yeah.
putting in.
Okay.
And then our honey.
There we go.
There you go.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's not that.
No, I mean, for me, I
You
feel sweet things, though.
Yeah.
That's why this is here.
Oh,
though.
the pepper,
Yeah,
right.
it's going to balance it right out. So this has to simmer for about a minute or two.
Okay.
With the chicken.
The chicken in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This smells so good.
Already.
Smells so good.
So you're a food blogger?
I am.
Of course, and your channel is
On YouTube.
My name,
Perpetual
Perpetual
Isiama
Yep.
on YouTube.
Yes.
And you make food for
Everyday people.
Okay, there you go.
Nothing
like that.
complicated.
Yes,
Love
yeah.
it.
So if we go on your YouTube page, we'll see all the ingredients that and the
Yes.
recipes that we need to make certain food.
Yeah,
And
from very local. If you want a bunu, you'll find it there.
Oh, wow.
If you want a salad, you'll find it there.
Okay, and you break down the stages as to how to cook it.
I do, and I always put a list of the ingredients in there as well.
Wow, there you have it. I'm going to
challenging
follow
is
that.
it? How challenging is it to have a food blog? You know,
You have no idea.
it's difficult, isn't
It's
it?
tough, and it's me, myself, and I.
Yeah, and you
I
have to
film
record
my edit,
yourself
I
and all
film
of
with my
that.
phone, so it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Nice.
Edit it, and then get it on there. So
Wow.
it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's worth it. Like
Yeah, I
getting
mean, it's something that you're
messages.
passionate about.
I love
so,
it.
yeah, you don't see it as work.
No,
It's
well,
more
no,
like
it
a
is
hobby.
work, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah. So it's
Fun
fun
work.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a food blogger, what is your favorite food, or what have you made that you really like so far?
I like everything.
Everything you made.
No, okay, so what I don't like is soupy foods. Like, I don't like bangkung and fufu. Give me rice, give
like
me plantain,
soupy food,
and I'm
okay.
happy.
It's the accent. The accent. So when you have accents like this, it is rice that you eat. Now,
Oh, no,
some
but...
of us they say,
Oh, I mentioned ebunebunu. How do we go from ebunebunu to accent?
Exactly.
Don't
I can smell
mind
the
me.
honey.
Don't mind me.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's
let me just
nice.
get our pepper in there.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you
You
add
like
it
a
to
lot
it.
of pepper?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Actually, but I can't stand it, even though I do. No, it's okay. Add it. My
Okay,
stomach
so
is
you
funny.
can use raw pepper as well,
Okay.
just chop it up.
Okay.
Or if you don't like a lot of pepper at all, you can use some of the red chili
Okay.
flakes,
Okay.
just to give it a hint of
Okay.
pepper.
Okay. All right.
To be fair to okay, let me keep quiet. I was gonna go local.
Say it.
Say it. I was just about to say that. Say it. Say it, Godwin.
Some things are for cantonment only.
Oh, is that what you were going to say?
I get it.
I get it.
So
Anyways.
just about
Oh,
a
it looks
minute.
really nice.
Yes, it will
It
be
smells
ready.
really good. Okay. The beautiful thing is that you brought rice on the side.
Yes.
To go with it.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are watching calories,
Like
ladies and
Godwin.
gentlemen, yes, and I hope it's working for me.
It is.
You know, you do a little bit of mango like we did last week Friday with the foodie Friday. I did what he taught us.
Frozen mango.
Frozen mango, banana,
Yes,
honey,
yes,
almond
yes,
milk,
yes,
granules.
Yes.
paste.
that's what you were having.
Peanut paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was having.
You can have this with a salad too.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
salad.
that's
Yeah, you
true.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good with it, like for a lower carb
Yeah.
option.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when do you think is advisable to have? Is this for lunch, dinner,
Lunch or dinner.
breakfast? It's too early for breakfast, isn't it?
It depends. No, it depends on how much of the rice you're eating. The chicken is not a
Oh,
problem,
that's
right?
true.
It's the rice. And do you want to have garlic breath the whole day?
Exactly. Exactly.
If you
Yeah,
don't have
comment
any gum, Okay, Mentos.
The Mentos, and I've been in the stream. Anyways.
So
are we almost done?
Are we done?
It's ready.
Wow,
Woo,
it's
that's
ready.
very fast.
It is.
Are you going to serve it? Are you
we
going to
already had the chicken prepared, so that's why.
Yeah, and you
but
and
on
you can do it.
any normal situation where you're starting to cook it from scratch, how long does it usually
The
take?
chicken breast takes about 8 minutes.
Okay.
So what I do is I slice it in two so it's thinner.
Okay.
And then that's it. It takes. Yeah.
Do you beat your chicken breast? Because
you can.
sometimes it takes
I
longer.
don't.
Right, you don't beat it.
Yeah, you know, when you're frustrated and you want something to hit
Yeah,
it's like the perfect therapeutic thing to
yeah.
do. But I
Absolutely.
typically don't.
Okay.
If I slice it in two, I find it's thin enough.
Yeah.
But if you're in a hurry, yes, beating it is perfect.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Oh my goodness, like the man I am, I'm already taking my plate.
Enjoy.
That's what I used to do with my mom. Before the food is ready, I'm holding my plate in hand. Mommy, can we taste this?
Yes.
All right, there we go.
So rice
So
for
yeah, a
breakfast?
bit of rice, yes. It's almost brunch, isn't it? There you
Call it
go.
brunch
Yeah.
if it makes you feel better.
I mean, it is 10. It's not even 10 yet.
The pressure is shading me, but it's okay.
It's not 10
Like,
yet.
If it rocks your boat.
Okay.
You want to have this,
Okay.
and you can garnish it any which way you'd like.
Okay.
So sesame seeds, spring onions. You can add a little bit more pepper.
Okay.
I'll try the sesame because I have not.
Had sesame before.
Would
You
you
teach
like
me?
it?
How do I
Just sprinkle as much or as little.
smart translate? You want some?
I was like, because that's what you're going to.
Spring onions, and if you want more pepper, you can put some of the chili flakes as well.
Mm.
Oh, there's only 1 fork.
It's all, oh my.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You can taste it.
And then you can taste it. I mean, we can share a
Yeah.
spoon. It doesn't matter. Okay, let me see how it goes with the rice.
Is it nice?
Did I pass?
Wow. You clean it?
I'll use the spoon.
There you go.
I'll use
That
the spoon.
works.
Edma. No.
I actually dropped it as well.
No.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Perpetual Isiama is a food blogger.
Yeah.
Go check her out on YouTube.
I'm trying to do this.
This is solid. That is really nice and sweet.
All right.
A little too sweet?
No, I mean, I'm not a sweet tooth. Edma is. Edma, what do you think? I think I want a
I'm
little.
experiencing all the different tastes.
Yeah. Now,
So
I
I
want a
can taste
little.
everything. I can taste the honey, the pepper,
garlic?
the garlic. Yeah, I can actually taste it all. I like it.
Thank you.
I do very much.
You
Yeah,
definitely
a little
have
more
a you have
pepper.
a pass.
bit. Wow. Okay, Perpetual, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yours is lovely, I must say.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, it's Perpetual on all social media platforms.
It is. Perpetual_Isiama.
Perpetual underscore.
It's Siama.
Yes,
Isiama. Please go check her out on YouTube, Instagram,
Yes.
Facebook.
Yep.
You'll find her there. But we had an amazing time, guys. Thank you so much. What an exciting week. I almost choked. I'm sorry.
Sorry, the rice is the
Edma,
rice.
please go ahead.
Okay, it's been an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching the AM Club Live on MX24. And today we want to also say a very big thank you to all our guests that came over to have a wonderful conversation with us. For Lifestyle Daily, we had Nana Asempa, who's a writer, and we had a conversation about who should pay the bill in a relationship, a man, woman, or both. And
I'm paying for this one.
For the plug.
Of course, for the plug, we had the Focus Orthopedic Hospital guys coming in. The event is happening 23rd of October, Saturday, at the Pantine Hospital. Focus Orthopedic Hospital at Pantine. So do well to join them for free breast screening.
Absolutely.
And also we had Brian Angel's Farewell to the Wind movie coming up. Do check him out on social media as well, on Instagram, Brian Angels, or at Farewell to the Wind. And of course, then wrapping the whole conversation, we had Perpetual _Isiama giving us this good treat of honey garlic chicken. My goodness, try this at home.
So
you love it. Right over here at MX24, from the entire team here in the studio, production room, everywhere, I want to say a big thank you for being with us throughout the week. We are back next week, Edma and I. It's the AM Club. My name is at Godwin Namboh. My name is Godwin Namboh at Godwin Namboh on all social media platforms.
And my name is Edma Ohima Lawe at Edma Lawe, EDMALAWER on all social media platforms.
Rebecca, so please, we are going at MX24GH. If you missed the show on YouTube, go check it out.
And
always,
subscribe.
Always.
Subscribe.
Always.
Okay. Have a good weekend,
Enjoy
guys.
the weekend.
Bye-bye.